Well, welcome, Cancer. I'm Karen. This is Runik Dreams Coaching and Tarot, and this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is for July 2023, a general reading. This is a collective reading, so it may or may not resonate. And we'll take a look at current situation, past and present influences, negative and positive influences, what we don't see, the challenge, what to watch for, future outcome, and advice. I'm using Runik Tarot, and I do personal readings. Link to my websites below. Let's take a second, Cancer. What do our Cancers need to know for July 2023? What do they need to know for their highest good? Okay. Two more. Let's get started. Okay. So here we go, Cancer. Current situation, please. Nine of Cups. Past influence. The Moon. Present influence. Eight of Wands. Negative. Page of Swords. Positive. Ten of Cups. Some progression going on here. What you do not see. Temperance. Challenge. Five of Pentacles. What to watch for. Ten of Swords. Future influence. Five of Cups. Outcome. Six of Swords. Okay, and advice, please. Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Oh, and you have Nine of Cups in your current situation. I feel like, so with the Queen of Pentacles being this, I would say this probably has to do most likely with job related stuff, most likely. Or your home, stability, that kind of energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. But it doesn't have to be. I kind of just use that as a basis. Your current situation is Nine of Cups. So this has to do with what you're desiring is kind of, I feel like there is something that's really important to you that's like right in reach right now. And that's what this reading has to do with. That's the situation. It's like, whatever this is what you desire. This is, the Nine of Cups, like truly what you wish for. This is about your wishes coming true. But I do feel like you don't have it in hand yet, but I feel like you're working through this wish that you have. Like this, whatever this is that you're desiring, you're working on it. The moon in the past tells me that, can you see that okay? It's telling me that things were not as clear as they should have been in the past. And almost like you felt a little lost about what you truly wanted, like what this true desire was. And I feel like in the now, you know what this is. You have a better grip on what you truly want. It's out of a situation, it definitely could be. So if there's been a situation where you've been unclear about what you want out of it, that's what this reading's about. And you're in a moment right now where you're becoming more clear about what your wishes are. I do feel like that is partially due to the present influence, which is the Eight of Wands. So there is something coming in, some kind of energy that's headed in that I feel like is giving you clarity. I know it's not a clarity card, but the Eight of Wands is about messages a lot of times, and there are messages that are coming in. So I do feel like I would watch for that. Like, but I feel like that's happening. Like you don't even watch for that. That's happening, and that's why you're a little bit. That's why I feel like you've come into grips a little bit more with what your true desires are here. I'm not gonna lie. There's some difficult cards here. So the Page of Swords in your challenge is you may be taking on more than you can chew right now. So I would be really careful about going after way too much. So if you feel a little overwhelmed in whatever you're working on, then maybe overdoing it a little bit. It could be overwhelmed just taking on too much, like too many things. It could be but I feel like it's one thing because that's what this card's about. Like she takes on the biggest sword and decides that she's going to learn how to wield the sword from the absolute biggest one that she can find. So, and when it's in the challenge, it reminds me that you really need to kind of maybe take a look at starting a little smaller. Um, because if you've taken on something that feels a little large, that could lead to this disappointment card in your future influence. But we'll talk more about it. So your positive influence is the Ten of Cups. I feel like there's a safety zone here. I feel like you can kind of fail to some degree. It's weird. Like the positive is that you're in a good space no matter what happens in this situation, whether these true desires come to fruition, whether you decide that you're going to go in a different direction, whatever that is. I feel like you have a solid place, whether this is a solid relationship, partnership, whether it's a solid home, whether it's just a solid foundation. And to me, the Ten of Cups is about feeling good. Like it feels right. It feels good because it's a cup, and cups are all about our feelings. So whatever this is in the positive, this is what you have. So I think that's says a lot and is important. What you don't see is the Temperance, and I feel like this is basically that you're more in check than you may think you are. Like you're more balanced than you may believe. Sometimes we think we're going off the deep end, maybe feeling overwhelmed or whatever, but I feel like this is saying that because the Temperance is about our balanced emotions and keeping things in check a little bit and being fair on both sides of the coins when it comes to our emotions. And I feel like that's what this is saying, that you have this, and don't forget that. But it's something that you don't realize how balanced you really are and how fair to yourself you probably are more than you think. And that's important. So your challenge is the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like you are overwhelmed with this Page of Swords. So if I put these two together, so the Five of Pentacles, there's a guy sitting here, and then there's the guy walking away over here. So this guy sitting here has this guy's jacket, and he says, I'm going to go walk away and get help, and he's injured. So this is about seeking help to some degree. And because your negative influence is that you're probably taking on too much, your challenge is getting help. So it makes complete sense, these two cards going together. I mean, it just does. So know that your challenge is you need to reach out and ask for help. What to watch for? This is an odd one. So this is Ten of Swords. This is an ending to something. And I think that's the key here, is you need to see if something needs to end. It's really odd. You have fairly good energy up at the top, but it does have to do with your true desires. And anytime we start tapping into what's super important to us, it's easy to get hurt. But I feel like there's this really good energy, but yet we need to watch for the Ten of Swords, and our future influence is the Five of Cups. So, and this may say, hey, be careful, because if you don't get help, this could end. So I think more than that, I think look at these challenges and the negative. Are you taking on too much? Do you need help? Because maybe if you don't, the situation might come to an end. And that's what you need to be careful of and watch out for. And I think that's going to be really important moving forward. So keep that in mind as this situation progresses. You may need to ask for help, because your future influences is things aren't quite working out the way you want them to. And it's a disappointment. I honestly don't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing, because your excuse me, your Six of Swords is your outcome, and that tells me that you're going to say, you know what, I just need to find something better. And I feel like you may be disappointed, so there may be this just overall disappointed feeling in the future here shortly, and you may say, no, I want this, I don't, this, I'm missing this, whatever it is, and I need to do something else. And the Six of Swords says you're going to. So the outcome is you going, you know what, I'm going to leave. I need to find a smoother place to be. I need to be in a happy place. I need to be where the sun's shining and the tides are smooth. So yeah, I think that that's happening. It feels like too that there could be a move coming up. But there is, watch for that ending, because I don't know if something's ending. Let's clarify that before I move on. The Ten of Swords. Please tell me more about this Ten of Swords and what to watch for. Yeah, there's been something where Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, Four of Pentacles. And there's some really bright light there. I feel like, excuse me, what's ending here, there has been some place where you have felt, I feel like you were in a position of kind of, I feel like you were deceived to some degree, or you feel like you've taken back what's yours. It's either or. But I think that the ace is, there was something new here and you were really holding on to this new idea, new thing, new motivation. And I feel like this process is over. Like this process of getting through this feeling of deceit, because you kind of feel deceived, and there probably was some kind of new energy coming in. So I feel like that process is over, and you should be able to probably, move forward from that. I do see the ace. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is your advice. So I don't think this is the ending of the end of the world here with that Ten of Swords. But I do feel like you need to keep an eye on when to just say enough is enough of being deceived. And I think that's what's happening. The more I look at that, I need to say it's enough. It's done. I'm done. I've been holding on to this way too long. I need to let go of it, and it's going to cause some disappointment, but I'm also going to move on and move to better things. And then the Ace of Cups, I feel like says, find the love within you, find the love within yourself, love yourself. It's really about, go ahead and start this new adventure, start something new. This is not about, it could be about reworking the old, but more importantly, it's starting something new. Take it from a new heart space and dive into it and start something new. And I think that you will with the Six of Swords, because the Six of Swords is about moving out of something and going into something. So there you have it, Cancer. This is, again, for July 2023. I hope this resonated. If it did, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Appreciate all of the things. So take care. Have a beautiful day.